Okay, so I always like to share interesting experiences with you guys, even if they're rare and they probably would never happen to anybody else. So I'm trying to make this quick. I'm going to tell you the short story for somebody who doesn't want to listen to the whole thing, and then I'll elaborate a little bit more. This, turmeric. I took this supplement as part of a protocol to see if I could address the thyroid antibodies. And by the third week, I realized I was allergic to it in a very painful way. I had broken out in this God-forsaken rash that burned like nothing I've ever felt in my entire life. And I was racking my brain, trying to figure out what was going on. And finally, just as a last-ditch effort to try anything and everything I could to figure this out, stop taking this. Within 24 hours, the pain went away. So that's the short version. Okay, so the longer version on this is that I'm taking naltrexate to address my thyroid antibodies, but it's not working the way I want it to, and the practitioner that I'm seeing is not comfortable increasing the dose. So with her permission, I'm adding on some other supplements that I can control and to see if we can make some progress. So one of them is black seed oil, which I've added. One of them is high doses of vitamin C, which I've been doing. And then the other is there's some evidence that this turmeric can impact thyroid antibodies. So I just took the usual dose, 1 pill, 500 milligrams once a day. After the first week, I started having a breakout, kind of like it felt like a heat rash. And it was just kind of in my upper chest area. So I just assumed, the weather's warm and, it's just a warm, dark area. So I thought maybe it was like a fungal infection. And so I treated it as such. And I really wasn't getting anywhere. And then it kind of healed from there, but then moved down to my upper chest. So it was right around the bra line. And it was so painful. Like I absolutely was having a hard time focusing on anything else because of the pain. And I was putting antifungal cream on it, hydrocortisone cream, colloidal silver, doing everything I could to try to keep it clean and dry and, aired out. It's kind of a tough area to keep aired out if I'm going to be completely honest. And I was getting nowhere. And by the second week, which would have been this last Sunday, the pain was so bad that I couldn't think about anything else. But I'm the kind of person that will not go to a doctor unless and until I've tried everything under the sun and I can't figure this out. And so I was just determined I was going to keep trying different things, and either something was going to work or this was going to heal up, was kind of the way that I saw it. By Wednesday morning, I had reached a point where the pain was so intense I had to take something. So I took a Tylenol. Rip my liver. I didn't want to, but I had to. And the pain stopped. And that's kind of when I started thinking, wow, maybe this isn't a topical skin issue. Maybe this is something a little bit more than that. So I only took one. It lasted about half the day. And then by the other half of the day on Wednesday, the pain had started back. And it's like my clothes touching it, anything touching it hurt. Even just my hands on it hurt. And so on my drive home from work, the next thing I was thinking was, I've got shingles. So I came home and I started reading about shingles and looking up information on it, looking at pictures, comparing the pictures to what I was dealing with, and it really didn't match. Shingles tends to start on one side of the body, tends to follow along a nerve line, the whole 9 yards. It wasn't really just like in the center of the body where it's caught under clothing. And so I wasn't convinced that it wasn't shingles. But again, at this point, it's been 2 weeks. Shingles can last from 2 to 4 weeks. So in my head, if it's shingles, there's nothing I can do. I've just got to wait it out for 2 more weeks and it'll go away. Got up Thursday morning and the pain was even more intense. And I was just at my wit's end, at my wit's end. And I took another Tylenol just to kind of give me some relief from the discomfort. And I started looking at my supplements. I'm like, maybe there's something that I'm eating, something that I'm taking. I'm not really sure which. And this supplement I added 3 weeks ago And I started doing some research to find out if it would have any kind of impact on the skin, and sure enough, it can have rashes and hives. So, rare cases, anaphylaxis. So I guess if I really pushed it, I could have taken this pretty far. Just joking. Anyway, I immediately did not take it that morning, quite obviously, so that would have been Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, the pain had lessened, so I'd gone ahead and taken the Tylenol Thursday morning. Tylenol wore off around noon, and the pain wasn't as intense as it was the days before, and then got up this morning, and the pain is where it was on a 10, it's like at a 1 or 2 today. Definitely looking better. Definitely the skin is not as inflamed, not healing, or it is healing up, and all of those fun things. So I share this with you guys because I think it's important. It's so easy to pick up these supplements and just think that they're benign and they're not going to do anything, or we're not going to have a reaction to them. And you know, we might even be able to use them in our food without a big deal, because we may only eat that dish every now and again, but somehow maybe taking it every day could overload the body a little bit. So as far as this is concerned, I have used turmeric in dishes, but I don't use it very often. Apparently it's part of the ginger family, so I don't tend to use ginger much. Never was a fan of it. Never really preferred ginger ale. So that could be a little clue there that maybe ginger is not something that my body can tolerate. But anyway, so that is what happened to me when I took the turmeric. So needless to say, this is off the table, and I'm back to just using naltrexone, black seed oil, and then high-dose vitamin C. And we'll have a blood draw here in probably 4 more months to see if I've made any dent in these antibodies. So anyway, hope that helps you guys. You have a great day.